the federal government is doing trade and money. And this thing is putting a spanner, in everything that INEC is doing, in everything that observers are doing. One thing is this, all the stakeholders must prevail on the
Mr. Dare, if you just allow me to put you on hold for a second or two and get the responses of Mr. Afegba, even though a lot of people would disagree with you, with your submissions that perhaps people are holding back money at Christmas time or what have you to buy votes. That leaves a lot of room to be investigated first and then concluded on. But Mr. Afegba, your party has largely been canvassing through the length and breadth of this country, saying, brandishing the kinds of successes you've made and asking for the people's mandate once again in 2019. Do you think that the people trust your party?
Well, from the record of performance of the APC in the last 3.5 years and going to 4 years, I think it's obvious that this government does not have the capacity and the competence to manage the internal contradictions in the country and thereafter, deliver on electoral promises. So to that extent, people have compared two scenarios. The first scenario is that of PDP, the second scenario is that of APC, and they can compare and trust that life was better under the PDP, and this is very instructive. And when you look at what we have gotten in the last 3.5 years, going to 4 years now, life has become much more difficult, and the APC will naturally, come up with this weather-beaten rhetoric of saying that, oh, the 16 years of PDP, they didn't do well. We are doing so much in 3.5 years and all of that. But when you look at the statistics on the ground, they are completely negative on all fronts, whether our GDP, whether our borrowing, whether our job creation, unemployment, insecurity, anti-corruption fight, all of these, they're all in the negative because it appears the president and the kind of team he selected do not understand the dynamics as we have it in Nigeria. And if you look at the scenario also, you discover that Nigeria is much more divided today than ever before. There is so much of nepotism, there's so much of cronyism, so much of favoritism, selective amnesia in every department of governance. And so to that extent, Nigerians are yearning for a change, and that change has to come with PDP as the strongest and largest opposition in the country.
Okay, Afegba, Mr. Afegba.
The elections in February.
All right.
It's going to be a referendum against hunger, poverty, and starvation.
Okay, let's take it to Jasper.
What have you?
So, Jasper, what say you?
What I say is that I consider this an abuse to the sensitivities of Nigerians who voted the All Progressive Congress to come and ameliorate the challenges, the poverty, and the hunger that was created by the PDP. And I want to state it here clearly and unequivocally that the APC federal government will never stop the trader money initiative. Because I don't know, terming this to be vote buying means that PDP and their cronies are fighting so hard to see that Nigerians continue to suffer and the developmental stride of the APC are not felt. I wonder how somebody will attack the trader money, an initiative that the federal government has brought to reach out to market people, to give them money, to empower them, to be able to trade, to be able to take care of their families, and go around the countries. And this is making so much impact in the marketplaces to the downtrodden, and people are very happy. And because the PDP has seen that this is making the people to believe so much in the APC and the Buhari-led federal government, and they are saying that Buhari must stop the trader money. Buhari will never stop the trader money. The trader money must continue because this is part of the promises we made to Nigerians. For instance, look at the Empower initiative that the federal government is paying about 18 billion naira to young people, 30,000, about 600,000 people, and they are paying them every month. And somebody will come and tell me that this is because election is coming. And the PDP, the APC government is building roads. And the PDP is saying it's because elections are coming. We are building bridges. They are saying it's because elections are coming. We are paying pensioners and they say it's because elections are coming. And they want us to stop and do nothing to Nigerians because elections are coming. This is just a tactic to continue to keep Nigerians in poverty, to continue to keep Nigerians to suffer. And the APC, we are not listening. We are going ahead with our developmental strides. We are going to continue to empower Nigerians. We are going to continue to give them
Jasper.
money.
Okay, Jasper. I'd like Afegwa to react to that. But before I go to Afegwa, I'd like to ask you something, Jasper. In 2014, the inflation rate was between 7%, 7 point something and 9 point something. As of last year, the CBN says it's 12%. Why should Nigerians give you another 4 years?
Nigerians, this is just exactly what I'm saying. Nigerians should give us another 4 years. Nigerians should give us another 4 years because it is obvious that what the APC has done in about 3 years and going forward, the PDP did not do 10% of it.
And inflation rate is increasing.
Let me give you an instance. I am from the Southeast. I come from Imo State and then from the Southeast. In the whole of Southeast, for 16 years, the PDP were in power. The only thing that the PDP did, and which Obasanjo started, was this Onitsha to Owerri Road that is about 90-something to 100 kilometers. Obasanjo started it and didn't finish it for 8 years. And Yaradua, for good he has done, finished it. That's the only project that the PDP can point in the Southeast.
Okay, all right, Jasper. All right, Jasper, you haven't answered my question, but let me just go back to Afegwa. How do you react to some of the things that Jasper has alleged? What's your reaction to all of his allegations that all those programs are populist programs that are good for the people, irrespective of the elections? What's your take?
I think Jasper is not living in Nigeria. It appears he's operating from another country. Because if it is the same Nigeria that I am living in and same things happening, Jasper will not be speaking like this. When you reduce a government to the level that the vice president of the country will be going into marketplaces and be throwing money around, I see that as crass irresponsibility on the part of government. I see that as governmental inertia in being able to articulate policies and programs that can capture the informal sector to the formal sector of our economy. You are talking about a government that is promoting tokenism instead of it's an enduring and sustainable governmental program and policies that will help to add value to the well-being of the citizenry. When you are talking about road infrastructure, I wonder where Jasper is speaking from. I traveled around the entire 35 states in Nigeria in October and December. This is the 4th dry season in a government that preaches change. You want to change, you want to add value to government, you want to build infrastructure and all of that. And terrible roads are everywhere. Some of them, their lifespan have expired because 22 years or 23 years or 20 years in terms of road standard. And so it is about time for a party that preaches change to add value. But when election is coming, you see the caterpillars on the road. Fine, all well and good, they should continue to do it. How I wish election could be holding every dry season so that we'll be having development. You are distributing trader money in 3 up to 4 years now. You have not covered 36 states. They have just gone around in about 18, 19 states now. And yet you are telling me that you are not doing it because of elections? No. We are wiser. Nigerians have seen that life has become difficult. Poverty is everywhere. A bag of rice is selling for 20,000 naira. Now from 8,000 naira you inherited. You talk about agriculture. We were experiencing growth at 4.9% in 2015. Today it is 1.9% in the agriculture sector. And you are complaining that there's no problem? No, I won't take that. Nigerians, ask the ordinary Nigerians, a pack of Maggi was selling for 200 naira when this government took over. Today it's selling for 700 naira. Onions, a basket of onions was selling for 500 naira. Today it is 1,300 naira. We are talking about tomatoes. Tomatoes, a cube of tomato was selling for 50 naira. Today it's selling for 200 naira. At times you are lucky, they give you 3 pieces for 500 naira. And you're telling me that Nigerians should not complain? No, the hunger is too much, insecurity is too much, and we cannot continue in this manner, and give APC another opportunity for 4 years. Then this country will go under.
Well, I know that, Kazim, you're not the one that went to the market to get those figures. So let me leave it like that. But let me go.
I went to the market. I do a lot of window shopping on market. Compare prices.
Okay. All right. Let me bring in Mr. Daria Ato here. Speaking about Nigerians, ultimately, this question of vote buying and then the electorate voting based on the philosophies or the plans and the programs of political parties, do you think that they've come to that stage wherein they'll realize that, look, if I cast my ballot for whichever political party, the next 4 years, and perhaps beyond will be defining how my life is shaped. Dari.
Thank you very much. First, I would like to also make it again very clear about this issue of trade and money. And,
just respond to this particular one, because we're already out of time.
We live in a sane world, even though it's a broken world. But we also must realize that there are what we call global best practices and standards of doing something. The federal government has structures in the 36 states of the Federation.
Yeah,
if you want to do
Dari,
money,
you're losing time. Just respond to the question about the electorate so we can get your views before we wrap up. We're losing time. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, on the issue of the electorate, believe me sincerely, I believe that the electorate must make a wise choice in terms of who they're going to vote for. For me, I believe that I don't care for the continuity of the current administration in the sense that my friend Dejadin Oju is in prison, in the sense that Chief Justice Onoge, who gave a minority judgment in favor of President Buhari in 2007 Election Petition Tribunal and was made 2008 Man of the Year by Leadership newspaper, is today being haunted as a corrupt man. I can't in any way imagine the people who are trying to destroy those who have actually done something very good for this country. And these are part of the things that will define this current administration. And I'm sure the electorate are watching.
We need to go.
Is particularly
I was speaking about,
for me as a person,
the electorate.
As a corrupt judge.
Unfortunately, we're out of time. I was speaking about the electorate and their capacity to vote, identifying the plans and policies of any political party that
there must be a sort of a social contract. There must be a sort of a social contract between the electorate.
Unfortunately, we're out of time, which is what I was trying to let you know. But we need to wrap it up at this point in time, really. We've been speaking with Jasper Azwatalam, who is the Deputy Director South Youth Mobilization of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. We also had Kasim Afegba, spokesperson of the Presidential Campaign Council of the PDP, as well as Ariyo Dari Atoye, a civil rights advocate. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed, and we hope to do this again sometime in the future. We're back in a moment, everyone.